Okay, good morning, folks, and welcome to Swing Trading Today. It's the 20th of May already. I can't believe it. This month just flew by. All right, so I'm going to keep it pretty brief today and just get right into the futures action. We could talk about Moderna, but I did that yesterday, and they're not going to have a good day today. In fact, let's see what's happening with them in the pre-market. That's the wrong symbol. All right. I have it here. Bear with me. mRNA. Okay. All right, so they got walloped. They're coming off the lows. They're not going to have a good day. I believe their secondary offerings up in the low 70s. So congrats to those folks. I'm not sure if those were issued yet, but good morning, NY. John, good morning. I'm on my third sip of coffee, so just bear with me, guys. Jedi, good morning to you. Inflation now? No, I think that inflation is subdued at current, limited to agriculture goods. The supermarket. Other than that, we have, if anything, deflation. The problem is that when this lockdown really takes hold, and you have all these dollars that have been printed, and you have so few goods that have been produced, and you have those dollars that are just sitting there waiting to get used, and they chase very, very few goods that have been produced, and those dollars get put to work. So that's when your velocity of money begins to pick up, and that's when inflation rears its head. And it'll happen with oil. It'll happen with nat gas too, because they're cutting production. So while demand may not really pick up all that much, net, you'll see the production get absorbed. It'll absorb the existing inventory, and the limited production will force prices higher. So longer term, yeah, I think we have a nasty bout of inflation coming our way. All right. Bitcoin, trading with the market. I mentioned this yesterday. I'm going to probably do a separate video on this tomorrow about Bitcoin and its relative behavior to equities. Again, the selling feature of Bitcoin is that it's a store of value. I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing a speculative vehicle being traded like an equity. Speaking of oil, Brent is up. This in and of itself, as oil rallies, the input cost for many companies goes up as well. Whether you be a trucking company, whether you be a gold miner. So it looks as though oil is going to proceed higher here. A little bit overbought. Let's go to the S&P 500. They're spiking it up again. I don't even know why I'm short this market. I really got to stick by our stop and exit. I'm just not happy with this trade at current. So we took a chance. It's not working out. So there's a good chance I'll be covering shorts if we do not fade and fade quickly today. Because what you're looking at here on a 4-hour chart is a breakout. Again, taking a look at the NASDAQ 100, all of these charts had bearish reversal bars yesterday. And a typical market prior to the pandemic, you'd see them move lower today. It's just not panning out. Up over 3/4 of a percentage point. After a nasty sell-off yesterday, I mentioned last night that we had gone out on the day very oversold and to expect a rally this morning with a bearish reversal bar. And we are at resistance at the 230 mark. We're not above it in the pre-market yet. But if we close above 230, there's a very good chance that we're going to all-time highs in the coming weeks. And this is why I thought, this is a 15-minute chart, this is why I thought that we would probably rally this morning. Because the Qs and the overall market was just ripped apart in the close. And typically it's very bearish. And here's the S&P 500 lower highs. And we broke down below the prior low. So they're spiking it this morning. If it closes strong on the day, you really need to reevaluate the direction of this market and how you're positioned. The Russell, it's broken out. Here was yesterday's close. What did we do overnight? They rallied it. It's nuts. Gold. Gold is up yet again. Jury's out with gold. I mean, longer term, obviously, it's a pretty play. Get a reversal bar yesterday. We're coming off those highs, potential lower high here on a 4-hour basis. So we'll watch it. The miners are a bit oversold, or overbought, I should say. So I'm not willing to chase here. Silver, another rip-roaring day yesterday, but again, I can't chase it. RSI, a breakdown to lower highs, and now a lower low. So we're losing a little bit of momentum here on silver. Hey, Trent, good morning. Do you watch the AAII investor survey? It's an excellent contrarian indicator. Is that the bullish bearish? I've heard of it. Is it the bullish bearish sentiment, Reed? If so, yeah, I'll throw an eye on it from time to time. Yeah, I'm familiar with it. During a QE though, you know, I was listening to Mike Maloney. I'm not sure if anybody's familiar with Mike Maloney, but he's a pretty well-known guy, and he threw out a statistic last night that was, you know, I don't know why it surprised me, but it surprised me the level of bullish behavior in the market when you're in a, QE mode, and it's like 98% of the time the markets go up with only a brief period of a pullback, and those pullbacks are bought. It's buying the dip. Let's check out Palladium. Palladium's doing very, very well. So in short, folks, pardon the pun, if we don't see a drastic move in our direction on our short position, I'm going to reformulate our strategy. And we already have our exit planned out, and we haven't hit that exit point yet. So if we see a fade today, great. But if not, if we break out, then I'm going to be closing out that position. And in fact, I want to go back to the Russell for a moment, because the Russell looks pretty darn good. At least this morning, at the pre-market. Here's the Russell. Set myself an alert here. Okay, so we're good to go. NY Jets, Bob, question about strategy. I'm heavy into gold and silver miners. Congratulations. If this plays out, where gold and silver say go to $3,000 and $60 respectively, to project out a price is very, very difficult. Well, yeah, if you're looking for preservation of capital, then gold is your choice. It may not make you very wealthy, but if you're wealthy and you're looking to prevent the devaluation of your currency, then by all means, then gold is your path. If you're looking for wealth creation even further, then you'd probably want to look towards the gold miners. If you mix, well, you already have the miners. I would just stay along the miners. So buying physical is going to preserve your capital. Buying the miners or sticking with the miners, that's going to, because generally the miners outperform the physical product. So that'll help create or generate wealth for you. If that's your current strategy, I don't see any reason why it can't work out for you. And if you wanted to take a look at, let's see if TrendSpider has projected out a upper band of resistance. It's giving me gold versus every other currency with the exception of the US dollar. What's going on here? All right. Let's do this. We use the GLD. Good morning, Roy. Yeah, it sure was a good recovery. Yep. All right. So this is a monthly chart. And take note of where we're at. You know, volume bars. There's not much in terms of volume above. And once we get through, uh, let's see. Let's call it 163, 164 on the GLD. We're going a lot higher. There's no trend lines here. There are no trend lines here. So they're not extrapolating out. Let's see if we can do this on our own. We use gold. I think there's a lot. I mean, I think you're being conservative with your $3,000 price point on gold. You know, technically, this could be your upper band of resistance, and it's simply off the charts here. And this is a quarterly chart. You know, so here's 2,000. I mean, to get up to 3,000 would be not much to ask for. I think we could easily go up to 5,000 on gold. So what was the lower band of support during the last bull run is now going to act as the upper band of resistance. I had hoped that it would show it automatically on TrendSpider, but it didn't do it for me. So very bullish on gold. And frankly, it's why I want to lighten up on the short side, because I want to put more into the miners and into silver. I want a lot more exposure there. After hearing Jay Powell speak on 60 Minutes and the comments they made yesterday, both Mnuchin and Powell, they're gonna floor this economy. Meaning they're gonna print until they can't print anymore. And one day those dollars are gonna want to come home, and once they do, this party is over. All right. All right. So, Ned, I think you're getting the tone this morning that I'm none too happy that we're not seeing a follow through to the downside after yesterday's bearish price action. We have a short on. The short side simply is not working, and should we see our stop triggered, we will be out of the short side, and we'll be looking for other opportunities. So, potential new strategy being formulated today. All right, the 10-year bond price is up, meaning yields are down. I'm telling you right now, folks, there's a tug of war going on out there in the bond market. The volatility this week has just been extraordinary. Is there a recovery? Copper should tell us. And we've pretty much gone nowhere for a month. So I don't see a recovery here. A bounce, yes, no recovery. Nat gas. We broke out on the 19th. Yesterday, pulled back, retest. Now we're consolidating. Looks as though we're going to make a run up to the 1.90 level, possibly to a two handle. We haven't seen a two handle on spot nat gas for quite a while, since back here. Interesting setup. All right, let's do some chart requests, and I'm going to call it a day. Let's go to PayPal. We booked profits on PayPal the other day. I want to see how we're behaving. Monthly chart, we've still broken out. Weekly chart, I think we're going to pull back here on yeah, we are. Now, with all the dollars that have been printed, I'm expected to see transactions increase. Again, that goes back to the velocity of money. US dollar TRY. What's that, Trent? TRY. Oh, aren't you fancy? Okay. Let me see if I can bring it up here. Yeah, let's do this. All right. Well, it says Turkish lira, but it doesn't. I think this is a stock index. Um, I don't know if I could bring that up. I'm not quite sure. Take care, NY. You too. Oh, here we go. Got it. What a run. Whoa. What a run. Oh, for the dollar anyway. It's coming off big. Big sell off. So the dollar's weakening up versus the lira. It was overbought. I mean, really overbought. You had RSI above 80, was it right? 83, around there. 82, a little over that. We broke out above the August highs, only to reverse. So far this week we have a bearish. It's not a bearish reversal bar. It's a reversal bar because we're still up on the week, but a lot of resistance up here on this trade. Daily chart. Whoa. Very, very bearish. Yeah. Very bearish. Outside reversal day, bearish reversal bar, whatever you want to call it cupcakes. It's a very, very bearish bar. In all probability, we are going to break to new lows. We've already broken trend. We broke trend here on the 29th of April. We've been limping back with a faux rally, even putting in a new high, trying to recapture the support level. We did on the I'm not sure how up to date this data is here, Trent, because this is giving me a date of 5/6. I don't follow this that often. I've never followed it, so I couldn't put this into context. This is old data. I don't have daily price action since the 7th here, and it was bearish. I'm not sure why this is showing like this. Yeah, this is old data. This is not up to date. But back then it was negative. I'm not sure, pal. I can't help you with this one. Very strange. All right, folks. With that, if there's no other requests, I'm going to kind of looks the same on. Oh, it looks the same on your end too. Yeah, really strange. All right, folks. Please, everybody have a really great trading day, and I will talk to you soon. Be well.